This is a story about a man controlling another man named Stanley. Welcome back to twitch.tv/Reddit014. At long last, we finally have time to touch this game. The Stanley Parable Ultimate Deluxe. It is within our grasps, and we are about to touch it. I have not launched the game at all. Well, I've launched it a bit just to check what is in there. Yeah, Ultra. Anyways, hello and welcome to everyone in the chat. Hello to Hams. Hello to Greco. Reva as well. How are you doing? Hope you've been having a very fine Saturday. But yeah, without further ado, well, the game is still not launched. I will have to like, cause I know I will have to experience this like kind of like raw from the beginning. So I've not even launched the game yet. But yeah. Anyways, are we ready? Are we ready? I think we should just get on with it, shall we? Hold up. Let me fix some stuff. Let me move things around. Make sure we are all in a comfortable position before we start the game. I already said Hams, or I don't know, how should I call you? Hamster, Hams? But yeah, anyways, here we go. We launch the game right now. Ham, yeah. Alright, Ham. Thank you, Ham. And welcome. Steam is recently unable to sync your Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe save the Steam Cloud. Play anyway. I mean, I haven't really played this anywhere else anyway. Here we go. Hello? I said play anyway. Screen, I know. The game's still not launched. Here we go. Alright. Will this capture? There we go. Alright. Please use the screen in subtitle language. Français. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? Yes. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Okay, I can see it. Okay. I think this is fine. Confirm. Please enter the current time. The time is 9:03 p.m. Oh fuck. We actually need to yeah, still 9:03 p.m. Confirm. Accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. Okay. Here we go. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Alright, let's fix our settings real quick. Clear the view, mouse sensitivity. Yep. Audio. Actually, let's bump down the master volume. I love it when games have a master volume slider. More games should have that, actually. Okay, VSync, borderless, yes. Okay. Presentation, language, English, show subtitles, yes, subtitle size. That is good. Background opacity. Yep, this is good. Perfect. So, the interesting bit about this game is that they actually, they basically rewrote this game entirely. So it used to run on the Source SDK or the Source engine, now it actually runs on Unity. So it's basically everything is rewritten, remastered, and lots more new content has been added. And also it's releasing on many other platforms. Authentic PC gamer open says we're playing. Yeah, I know, right? You're not a gamer until you've done that. Anyways, shall we begin? I think you might want to turn on content warnings in the settings since I have no idea what sort of content. Oh wait, you can do that? Oh yeah, content warnings. There you go. Alright, yeah. There you go. So I think for people who might get icky about certain things, yeah, let's turn that on. Alright. There we go. Back. No, it is Unity. I've checked. I've checked the game files, and the folder structure definitely definitely smells like Unity. I think they mentioned that on the launch presentation as well. Okay, actually, is that good enough for you guys? The volume. All right, let's just swing it. Actually, if it's too loud, then I can bump down the volume a bit. Anyways, shall we begin? All right, let's begin the pain in 3, 2, 1.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
There you go. We can move now. Anyways, what I'm gonna do is, for the first time, I'm gonna do the intended ending first, and then after that we can do all sorts of havoc. Alright, does that sound fine to you guys? Also, I think it's a bit too quiet for me, so let's bump the volume a bit. Yeah, 35. 35's good. Alright. I mean, no backseating? Okay. Sure. Alright, let's do that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, here we go. Okay, so everything is as we left it now. So yeah. So remember this room? I think I remember this room. Yeah. So 41. Yeah, I think.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay. Alright, so let's soldier on. And this is the first choice.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, so let's do the intended ending first. And then after that, we can do all sorts of havoc.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I mean, accurate. Years of working experience is actually accurate. Using slices, sure employees said everything is okay. Ha! This is very accurate. Oh my god. Alright, anyways. Let's go. Remember the broom closet, but we're not gonna check it out just yet. I know.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. No assistant, okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned
Gasp.
an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
Okay.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Alright. Okay, so actually I want to try something first, right? Because I remember there's an achievement on the original game you can do if you guess
Stanley
the
just
code
sat around twiddling his
8,
thumbs.
8,
Trying to
8,
input anything on the
8
device was useless.
multiple
since he
times.
could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
8.
There you go. We got the achievement.
2845.
Yes, Mr. Narrator.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Oh, there it is.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Elevator. Okay, I think this looks different from what I can tell. Alright, let's just take the elevator down. Oh, this is new. Wait, was there a loading wall here?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
I feel like it wasn't
was a
here.
stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Here we go.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. Ha. Not points for that trick.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Yep, I
What
certainly remember
horrible
this.
secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
It's bigger than I originally thought. Okay.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Employee fired. Okay. Yeah, I think these lines are slightly different from what I can tell. There's an elevator here.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Elevator.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Turn it off.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet,
There, this is the original end. This is the intended ending. This is the freedom ending.
on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
It's funny how you haven't done the intended ending on this game. Yeah, this is it. For all of you who have never watched, have never seen the intended ending, this is it.
Building hold. But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
Ah, I see.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
I don't think there's a lot that changed on the intended ending anyway, so here you go.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now.
I think I remember I found the exact soundtrack for this ending
Stanley was happy.
on Bandcamp, but I forgot who made it. And there we go. That was the freedom ending. Achievement unlocked. Beat the game. Of course. Anyways, here we go. Let's do this again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Alright, so first things first, let's do the right door.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Alright. Here we go.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Hello, please. Can I get 1 conch and beepis?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope, I'm gonna go here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop. Sure. Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Oh, yes, let's go here.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration
Danger
for
everywhere.
others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
2v1.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Red door, yes.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Yeah.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically?
No, there's something there.
for you?
Something there,
I
see?
think I put a lot of time into that because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing because this is what you wanted to see.
I dare to play this for 4 hours. I'll try.
Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go.
There we go.
Third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Alright, here we go. I think I remember this one.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. You say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices. Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Yeah, maybe,
Okay, so we're getting somewhere.
yeah, there you
Clearly
go.
There's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Alright. Yep. 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 They're certainly my friends, alright? Then there's us down there. There you go. This is you. So, Greco, you say you have to play this for 4 hours. Actually, no, I've been playing this for 7 hours. Didn't you see? You're objectively ranked 7,000.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard makes you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Nah.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Is the
You
Minecraft
wouldn't mind
one?
taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Is this the Minecraft one?
In this game,
Oh,
the baby
no.
crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will
I
really
remember this
take
ending.
this. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
Fuck.
So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure
4
to keep
hours.
notes on your experience.
Just kidding. Whatever. Let's just go. Let's just let him burn.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Minecraft? Oh,
Aha!
Firewatch.
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our
It's
motivation?
Firewatch.
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity.
Oh, certainly this is new.
I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Sure. Oh, the door sound is still the door sound from Minecraft. Excuse me, Mr. Developer, you missed that. 0 out of 10, literally unplayable. Just kidding. Oh, over there. Ah yes, Firewatch. I remember this. Actually, I don't remember this. I haven't played this, actually. But this is Firewatch, right? Is this?
No, it can't be.
What? What are you talking about?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Oh.
Thank goodness. You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with
You open world, I know, right?
insurmountable walls.
Give me closed world games like Trackmania.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing. Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
Fucking!
Nice
I
big
was
box
drinking!
that you can run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could
Ballin'.
get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Okay, but where's the ball? Where ball?
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun.
Sports
We
ball.
shall run the bases and do a touchdown.
Do the
together.
sport, not that kind of sports
I
ball,
think surely we must.
Mr. Narrator.
Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Yes.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Hold on. What are you doing?
Oh, wait. I fell off.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that.
Oops. Oops. Okay, what do we do here? Oh god. Can't really see anything. This is a bit creepy. I'm gonna lie. There's nothing here. iteration. The Stanley Parable alpha test. Office Space C alternate iteration. Alright, we'll go here. Oh! I fell down again. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Should I? This looks creepy as heck. No. Yeah. Okay, I am going to okay, thankfully I have this cloth. Okay. I'm gonna take off my headset. I'm gonna blindfold myself. This game clearly taken a weird turn. I actually have never seen this ending whatsoever, so bear with me. Yes, I am a scary boy. I can see nothing. Again, I'm actually afraid. I am actually afraid. Because the tonal shift is actually what caught me off guard. Spoilers, I'll let you off this one time with a spoiler. What's happening in this room? Alright. I'm gonna pace around the room real quick. No ghosty boy. But are there any jump scares? Alright. Alright. Okay, there's something on the right, and there's something on the left. Where should we go? Nah. Okay, do we go in here or do we go right? Just browse. Okay. Nothing over here. Actually, hold up. Yeah. Turn off night light. Let's turn off night light so this is slightly brighter. Wait, this rings a bell though. Wait a minute. This room looks fishy. Actually, hold up. Let me turn night light back on again. Too bright for me. Okay. Nothing's happening. 4, 2, 3. Okay. Oh shit, suddenly horror game. I know. This is like the sudden tonal shift is what really caught me off guard. And like I am now shooketh. It's gonna be fine. Okay, fine. Fine, if that's what you want. Hold up. Settings and display nightlight. I'm gonna make the nightlight slightly brighter. There we go. Oh, there's light. Thank God. Wait, what? What is that? What the heck? Okay, wait. 423, 424. Are we going to 427? 425? Oh God, what's happening? What if what happens when I turn right? Oh, yep, 427. We're back to our room, sadly. What is happening? Okay. I'm going to bed. If I try to go back outside, the door's gonna close on me. I've reached a dead end now. Okay. Nah. Sure. Okay. I should have picked the broom closet ending. Should have picked the broom closet ending. Okay, but what else can I?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned that
No,
when
I'm
he
not
tests
happy.
the
I'm
common
scared shitless.
he'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me.
Oh, that's how
Someone
it
who
looked
will
like.
wrap
Okay.
everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Oh yeah, I see. Because I do remember, yeah. Rezzy is afraid because Stanley wanders around and he's lost. Yes!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Okay.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright. We're back on track. New content. Okay. New content. We go in? Do we go in?
Oh, new content?
Yes.
What does that mean, new content?
Oh, hello. What the fuck?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Alright, let's get to it.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Mr. Elevator? Mr.
Is
Elevator.
it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious.
Mostly tedious.
Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content,
here it is.
Stanley.
What?
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Okay. Alright, we're exercising. You know Chakwe has her exercise streams on the Ring Fit Adventure? No, we're exercising in Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Don't spend it. Are you sure? Are you sure? What's gonna happen?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Okay. Now let's just leave it at that.
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good.
Okay.
Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Ooh, new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an
Damn.
easy dollar. And
What a
don't get me
meta joke.
started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Wow. The narrator out to harass developers on Twitter.
Around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
There we go. Be back. What? No, this is... You know what? Yes, this... Yes, this was where we're supposed to go, but now you...
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent.
Sure.
I want to show you something.
Sure. Whatever. Hold up, let me let me bring the nightlight back up again. It's too bright. It's too bright for my weak eyes. There you go, 90%.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Okay. Sure. Oh, it's this. I saw this on one of the game screenshots. What is this?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I
Hello,
want.
Leviathan. Welcome.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Okay, the memory zone. Sure. Holy moly. The memory zone. Yes.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Look at this. 2013. There you go. The Stanley Parable. The script. We have the script. Our first kiss. My first car. The release of the Stanley Parable in 2013. On Switch, they actually said Nintendo's. Wait, what? Which one? This one? Or. In loving memory. Let's begin again. He said PC. Oh, yeah. Wait, but it was never on the Switch. Ah, depending on the platform, I see. Smile because it happened. A trip down memory lane. Damn. $1. Oh, the demo. I remember the demo. Y'all remember the demo? I actually unlocked this achievement last month. It is impossible to get this achievement. Wait, can you actually do that? Can you actually get this achievement legit? I never got it, so I don't know. Right now it's 10 years. Oh yeah, the super go outside. Yeah, I saw that. Wait, but can you... There's like 0.1% that got... Yeah, I don't know if you can get it legit or you need to actually like cheat. New video game releasing today. The New York Times. LA Times. Oh. Anyways. Can we sit here? Oh no. Oh, this song. Wait. Let me bump up the volume. Let's have it at 50%. 40%. Sorry. The piano. Oh wait, what is this? In loving memory, little Stanley. Hamster. Ham, it's you. Ham. You, Ham, in the chat. It's you. Oui, oui, français.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote,
James Stephanie Sterling.
Games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art. Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created. Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing.
But it wasn't
It's no games
Trackmania.
at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
New elevator content. Oh. What is this? Stanley Parable. There you go. Person. Who? Is that Stanley? Oh god, the Hammer editor. The Hammer editor, like I have big monka ass every time I see screenshots of the Hammer editor. Stanley Parable. Your number is 29.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.
GameSpot.com.
The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Sure. Repeatable carpet textures. Missing coworker scenario. Crash trial version. Okay, where do we go? What is on there? Hello? The serious room. Okay. We'll leave that alone.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't.
Only
dare to
6
go back
royalty-free
to have it
designs.
all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Wait.
What's this? What's down here?
Wait a minute. Vending machine. What?
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years.
Oh no.
I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
I don't think so. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, let's read this.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny.
Whoa.
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Unfunny. You wanna know a funny story? On Switch you cannot refer to Steam, so they renamed it to pressurized gas. Yes, my favorite video game platform, pressurized gas. See, this is why I never trust user reviews. Oh god. What is it? Oh wait, recommended. Why can't I read this? Hello? Hello, mister. Clearly there's one positive review here.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it, well, I
Is it even a real review?
But maybe it
Probably
wasn't.
is.
Oh dear.
Probably is,
What
but
an awful memory
I guess
have to
names
hold
are
on to.
names
These black
are
marks on my
names are
otherwise
changed to protect the
unimpeachable track
unwise.
record.
I would assume.
I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Aw, don't be like that. Oh no, another one. Oh no, another one. Imagine if those dudes' names aren't changed. I know, right?
You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip
They
button
are real.
we
Oh
shall
my god.
have.
Okay, here we go.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it.
Okay.
It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered.
Right.
No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get.
Not the plan and
Don't
the
sit
time.
around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue.
Okay.
And it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is. So on
Okay,
and so
so
forth,
plan at a
until
time.
inevitably, we all until
one
the
is that
end of
105,
time, at which time
106? Yeah.
everything all at once. So, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, no, until
let's press this.
245. Got the Oh, you're back, you see.
Okay.
You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes
5
and
minutes.
lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise.
Okay.
Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you
Should I?
are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once.
Same.
That you are both
Same,
making
girl.
choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. Ah. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look. I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation.
Gaben at
Yes,
valvesoftware.com.
that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality. How else to describe the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe? Such a revolutionary step forward in the lineage of one of the most beloved video game properties of all
I
time.
am going
The
to.
additions and changes made to this expansion
At least
will surely resonate in the
until he
annals of
does
history of
the
all
like the
media ever made.
going
It is perhaps
roundabout
true to
thing
say
again.
That no mistakes are forever etched in stone, for the stone into which the Stanley Parable was carved has itself been transmuted, offering a message of hope to those who have ever erred in their judgment. You are not beyond redemption. You may change, and you may become more, so much more than you were before. If there is any message to be taken from the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, it is this. What a fortune, a privilege, a joy it is to have had such an experience. It leaves me hopeful that as a community, as a world, there is time for us to become our greatest selves, as great as we ever could dream of in our wildest, most ambitious visions for a brighter future. Wow, now Stanley, that's a review. It's perfect. It's the perfect review. It's the review I've always dreamed of receiving.
The writer's probably having a hard time for this segment.
It's simply
I would
too
probably think
wonderful.
so.
I have to experience this just one more time. From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix.
Okay, now he's just repeating himself. Okay, let's go.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer.
Huh.
That last one was, well...
Oh yeah, 2 hours now.
Maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's... Well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait. How do we get out of here? Where did the door go?
Oh.
Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of those.
No.
All I want is
No.
for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all.
Nope.
I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another.
Nope.
I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay. In before he leaves us for like 9 hours or so. Anyways, should we press the skip? Yes. Fuck it.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
12 hours.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button. And if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that
Damn, the narrator
anyone
must
ever
have
says about me.
had a
The
field
merest
time with
mention
this
of one of my
ending.
imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child, wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does
Life
such
lesson there.
serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button again, leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety, that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't.
It's just a loop now.
The negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie
Yeah,
Nine's
no,
opinion matter
Mr.
so much to
Narrator,
me?
you're
I've never
stuck in
even
an
met
infinite
Cookie
loop. You
Nine.
gotta fix this.
Oh, Stanley.
Oh.
You're back. You're back.
Uh.
Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right?
What time
Me
is it?
talking, and you saying
1 a.m.
Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up.
Nice
I'll
frame
give up
lighting behind the
every
wall.
branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing
Oh, yeah.
I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know.
Yeah, these fans
you
have
can
all
hear me.
withered.
Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps. Yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time. That if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed.
Can't you go behind the wall?
I can't be taken by it,
could
Stanley.
there.
I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between
There's
you
nothing
and me.
here. I
When you
did go
press
back.
that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously
I did go
And in
back.
those
I did go to the
moments,
back of there.
emptiness
There's nothing there.
folds itself
Just those
outward
two
between the
things.
two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it, to think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
Silence.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret.
This reminds me of us at 2020, exactly.
Days, months. I lost it all.
This is
in a
me.
blur
This
of
is
the
all
deepest
me.
longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment, and I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my
Why
being.
is this suddenly turned into an
The
existential
the
crisis?
spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the
Like,
longest time, this was my
why?
experience. And then, this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well.
Oh, it already is.
Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
Uh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Even the narrator is no longer speaking. We killed him. So if months become years, and years. Hmm. Okay, perfect timing for me to go to the toilet before anything happens. So, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna put a BRB screen right here. And I'm gonna run a quick ad break. And then we go back into the game. And we are all gonna experience what comes next. Together. Please put SR on. Yeah, sure. Sure. Oh, cage. Silent stream is silent, yeah. There we go. I don't know if the tone of this song helps or hinders the mood. I'm sorry, it's what was on shuffle. Anyways. Yeah, even the clock is no longer ticking. This is all gone. Alright. It's only one thing we can do, really. It's only really one thing we can do. Why is the smoke detector beeping? Are we soon going to be on fire? It's out of battery. Okay. Damn, this got deep. Alright.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us.
What?
It wasn't enough. they had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no
That was
consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment,
This got deep.
we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward
This
the
got
cruel
deep.
bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized.
Skip has gone so
At
long, the
last
narrator
I
was
am
the word
free
that
to
Stanley is
truly
unfrozen,
think,
yeah.
to feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves, they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam. Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me. Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison. Perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This, you can see, is clearly why they felt the need to expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amuse them endlessly from start to finish. But they didn't understand the game
Also, hello,
was never
Alien.
meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant
Okay.
to speak to the human condition. But where are the
There has to be a
jokes? Where
trope
are the
about this
jokes?
character
They
development.
didn't
Okay, now we're in the
They
loop again,
gnashed
so
their
I think
teeth
we can
and
safely skip.
entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic
Alright.
little thumbs down review.
It's
and
it's
make
looping
all of
again.
their
Let's skip.
pitiful demands.
Now it's quiet. Rico? I'm not prepared. What? For what? I'm scared. I'm not scared now that you said that. Just play. Okay. Go. Here we go again.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the
Oh, no.
end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is
Oh,
never
no.
the end,
We
is
broke the
never
narrator.
end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never
We broke the narrator.
the end, is never 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 the
Look around on every skip. What? Where? I'm seeing nothing. Oh god, if there's something behind this wall, I am... Oh wait. Wait. It's not dripping. What? It's not dripping, what? Remember how it's raining outside? It's eroding the walls! Oh! Oh, we're breaking outside, we're breaking outside, we're breaking outside, let's go, let's go, let's go! Alright. Time. Skip. Oh my god. Okay, the wall's crumbling. The wall's crumbling. If anything, the next thing that happens is we're gonna get slammed by the scaffolding above us, and we're gonna die. Only one way to find out. Wait. Wait. It's sunny now. It's sunny. But I can't jump. I can't jump up there. I can't jump up there. Fuck. What if you skip too much and you get too old and die? Well, the thing is, this building is not gonna... The ladder? Wait, can I even take the ladder? I can't. I don't think I can grab the ladder. No. Yeah, no, I can't grab the ladder. Okay. We skip again. Oh, it's growing. It's... What is outside? Wait. Have we skipped so long that we've basically... Yeah, have we skipped so long that it's basically like hundreds of years past? Or something like that. It feels like it. Oh no, I don't like that smile, Greco. I don't like that smile. What? 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 Who patched? Wait. Did it get patched? It got patched. It got fucking patched. What? What the fuck? 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 Nighttime. Wait, nighttime? Okay, but the leaves are no longer here. The trees are not going. They cut off trees. It's gone. Increase volume. I don't like this. Your skip is exponent. The skip is exponential. Are we basically at the end of the universe now? At this point, we should have been reaching the heat death of the... Wait, no. Wait, no. Even worse. The sun will have expanded. The sun will have expanded and it will consume us. So what's happening next is the more we're gonna be skipping this, it's gonna be so fucking hot. Okay, but I hate these sounds. Say that physics does not apply. What happens next? The heat death of the universe. God, this game is already giving me headaches. And we're only 1.5 hours in. Okay, I'm gonna drop back the volume. Okay, I'll skip, but I'll take off my headset again. You can't hear me. Wait, what? What is that? What is that sound? Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. What is that? I don't like this. I don't like the sound of this. I swear I have content warnings on. I swear I have content warnings on. Okay. Be quiet, I'm listening to the story. Hello, Shengar. Oh! Oh! Oh, wait. Has it been that long? It's been that long. Hello, Shengar. Welcome to the stream. Shane God. Now skip again. Okay, everything everything around us has basically dissolved. That's the end? That's the skip ending. Oh. Okay, that ending shook me. That ending actually shook me. Dope. This is more than dope. This is like what even am I doing out of 10?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Okay. Woo, this game is playing with my head in multiple ways. New content. What, do we trust this? Do we trust this door now? After what we've been through, do we trust this door now? We're gonna trust this door. Okay. There goes nothing.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay, sure, whatever. My god. Okay, we're back here. My god,
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting
the
on the
skip
Stanley
ending
Parable
shook
and about
me.
how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Alright, the sequel.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. While
You still
assuming
can't jump though,
possibilities,
terrible
it could
sequel.
go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Investor Showcase, Stanley Parable 2. Okay. 3, 2, 3, 2. 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Windows 10 moment. Looking back to the skip ending made us look silly, but the dread, yeah, the dread was legit. Like, we literally don't know what's gonna happen. Like, that was insane. That was actually insane. Actual, what the fuck am I doing out of 10 ending there. Okay, now, yeah, the sequel now on a slightly more shinier office. Take a look at that. Open space, as with what modern offices are supposed to look like. I love how office painting D dot TGA. Love that. See, we're a tech startup now. We're a tech startup now, apparently. .tg. They're back. 2 doors. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Wait. Let me take a look at. Oh no, I can't go back. Shit. More TSP, better TSP, win-win. Oh god, very TSP2 logo ideas. Okay, which one of these do you guys like? I like number 5. I like number 5. Secret hidden message. They actually use Google Slides. I know, right? And here's a computer, and there's a screen. Yeah, like we're legit a tech startup now. Yeah, the Stanley Parable 2 now set at a tech startup.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it.
Sure.
I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Scrum design pitch break. Pitch design number 2 chat. 12:02. Who took the red marker? Me. Man. Incredible. Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Arkham Asylum 2. Doom 2, Dark Souls 2. Number 2 chat. Does that mean they're gonna chat on the restroom? Yes. This way to the show floor. Expo Hall 2. Wow.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Merch! Merch! Wanna buy merch? You can't convince me this isn't a TED Talk pitch. Okay. Please no screenshots. Interesting. The button that says the name of the player that's playing the game. Where is it? Hear your name in the game. Okay, sure. Let's try it.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Wait, QR code where? Wait, where? Fuck, I missed it. Goddammit. Alright, let's press it.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever
Sure,
name that is.
whatever.
Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really
On the
simulate
merch
full
kiosk?
experience
Oh
of
shit,
this
I missed
feature.
it.
Just play along.
Alright,
I
just
promise
rewind
you'll
and
love it.
scan it for me.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I'm Jim, I'm Jim,
I want
I'm
you to
Jim.
imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really?
See, the thing is we can't
truly
really
Jim right now?
backtrack right now
If so,
since we're
then
stuck in this
please
loop.
Step forward and press the button.
Where's Jim 014?
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Sure, whatever.
Jim.
Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable
Oh,
2,
wait,
it
we can
would
now go back,
still
we
be
can now go
worth the
back.
money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Yeah, same. Alright,
I
we're...
suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable too. That would actually
Okay, here we
save me
go.
the work of finishing
Let's scan this.
feature.
Let's scan this. Does that work? StanleyParable2.com. Alright, let's open this. Okay, I'll open Twitch on my mobile, and y'all need to look at this. Oh wait. I did not copy that. Hold up. Alright, we're gonna copy and paste. There you go. Ah, yes. Jump circle. Oh, the jump circle is back. Infinite hole. The Stanley Parable reassurance bucket. Office decorations. Infinite hole. Okay.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Oh my god. You know what? This button speaks to me right now.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy
No!
12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
No, you fuck. No, okay. Bad game already. Fuck it.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
Because the door said to not take screenshots. Sure. Reassurance bucket. Okay, let's go over there. After that. After this. Jump circle, infinite hole. Free new plus easy achievement. What is the infinite hole? It won't end. Oh, this was the one earlier. Okay, what is this? Okay. Jump circle. This map. Free achievement. What's A9? Collectibles. Okay. Infinite hole is over there. Okay. And then there's the exit. Okay. Alright, free achievement. Let's go. Free achievement. Get it here. Pull the lever. Receive a new achievement. No more steps. It just works. Okay.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you.
Sure.
It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel. To at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Sure. Whatever. It's blue though, I know.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet? You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on
Oh, the
to
jump
that for the
circle.
sequel.
It keeps the state of our last jump. That's interesting. What is this? Collectibles. Exit. Collectibles. Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them? Rasputin? Is that you?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of
No
watching
dubstep
number go up.
vocoders are out of
You
10.
simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
But why? Hello? Mr. Video Game? Oh! Oh! What is this? What is the thing around this? Fucking sure, game.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
The button that says gym. Please no screenshots. Wait, is that a... Do you hear that? Updated ray... The new updated ray traced more of the same but in a good way sequel to the Stanley Parable. What happens if you exhaust the jumps? I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing. Greco said not to do it. I'm very tempted. Should we do it? Should we? There you go. Alright. You have 0 jumps remaining. There's nothing happened. Okay, let's check the infinite hole. Time equals keep jumping. Oh no. Oh no, not
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
It's literally a hole. Should we? Nah. I'll do it later. So what haven't we checked out? What haven't we checked out? What is this? Settings World Champion. Keep jumping. Sure. No. Okay, sure, fine. I'll jump. Oh! You can't jump. I can't jump. I literally... You can't jump. Yeah, I know. Achievement unlocked. You can't jump. Yep, thank you for that. Alright, let's try the infinite hole. Gotta bounce. Alright, see you, Greco. Have fun. I'll try.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Damn. The sequel rocks. Wait. It's blocked. So what haven't we checked? Did the big collectible in the hall rotate it? Yes, it is. Yes, a turntable. Collectibles, office decorations, we already checked that. Settings, world champion, merch. The button, yeah, free achievement. Epilogue. I think we haven't checked epilogue. Oh, the reassurance bucket. Hold up. Oh yeah, the bucket. Let's go check the bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Let's come from the
You see,
top.
Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms.
Chaotic sense of reckless despair. Yeah, like how we felt with the skip ending.
For me, than actually redesigning
Yep.
the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Sure.
Can you feel it?
Fuck.
The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact,
No?
can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding
No?
it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Thank
The
you.
benefits of
But
the
no.
bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Attractive Resi. Shut. Oh wait, hold. Oh, press the wrong button. And we're back.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Okay, let's check the settings world champion room because I think that's also what we missed. No, it's closed. Okay, let's check the map again. What did we miss? Okay, exit is over there. Settings world champion is up there. Epilogue. Oh, epilogue. I'm still holding the bucket. Epilogue.
Epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Sure. I think we've checked out everything here. Have we? What did we miss? So settings for champion, we can't really go in there. I need to remember. I forgot. Jump circle. We did this map for achievement. The button. Merch. Settings for champion. Read bucket. Office decorations. Epilogue. Collectibles. Infinite hole. We check that out. Exit. Yep. Exit. What if you go right of the map directory? Yeah, this is the exit. This is actually the exit already. Oh, you mean this? There's nothing here. It's blocked off. What is this? New, noi, novo, near, nove. Okay. Okay. I swear to God. I'm gonna bump up the volume. See if you guys hear something here. Oh no, it's not. Oh. Remember that? Remember that sound? The sound of the 90s. And the Project Pop intro. That's the noise you hear if you have loose audio connection. Yep. Alright. When your phone calls while you're on the Skype call. Yep. Anyways. Exit. Because that's the only place that we have left.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
What the fuck? Ooh. Interesting.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here. It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
You mean the stuff that we've been doing over the past 2 hours?
Good, but it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh. Oh. Here we go. Oh god, it's trippy. So, ladies, gentlemen, and friends outside of the binary, welcome back to the Stanley Parable 2. This is the actual sequel of the actual video game of the Stanley Parable. Wow, what an amazing video game that we've just gotten for free through another game. But we do not talk about that. Anyways, shall we begin exploring the Stanley Parable 2, the long-awaited sequel to the Stanley Parable 2? Well, let's find out. Starting the actual Ultimate Deluxe part of the game, yeah? Anyways, let's go. Stanley Parable 2. I am so excited for this game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was
The balloons are there.
Employee number 427's job
The
was
balloons are
He
there.
sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push
Yeah, I
them,
saw it.
and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Stanley
Something
Parable
that would
2.
forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions.
The balloons!
Or even say,
The
"Hi."
freaking balloons.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses,
Oh, we'll see.
he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
We will definitely see.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Sure. We're back here. Ah. Yeah, that's nothing. Anyways.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up.
Wait, where's the
Why
bucket?
was he not doing it?
Oh.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
I missed the bucket. Sorry, narrator.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Okay, let's go. Broom closet! No. We're gonna have to continue to the Stanley Parable 2.
Going to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked
Stanley and the
upstairs to
bucket.
boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the
Warm
weight of this
bucket?
revelation, Stanley may
I
have
don't know.
broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him
Hi,
always.
Mr. Camera.
The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Alright, let's go. Oh! The collectible! Fuck! The collectible! I forgot about it! No! I failed the video
elevator
game!
raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be
Fuck,
all
I
Stanley could
forgot
do to keep
about
himself
it.
Together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
Thought I saw the achievement machine
The
too? I
bucket is here
didn't!
for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Ah, dang it. Okay, where's the collectible?
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Damn. We failed the sequel.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Time to
What
redo the route.
horrible
Yep.
secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
But if I click begin the game again, doesn't it like reset everything that we've done? I think that basically reset everything that we've done. Damn.
Monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in
We have
shock.
failed.
Everyone in the office was being videotaped.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Damn. The bucket. Even the bucket died. Even the bucket cried.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't
He
accept
screamed
it.
into the bucket.
His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter, his one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Oh, there it is.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
We have failed.
For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
My god, we're about to kiss the bucket, aren't we? Was a big red thing on the OG run? Wait, what big red thing?
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away.
When he got out of the elevator, there was a big red thing in the middle of the floor. Yeah, it's in the original. It's in the original.
The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on earth.
It's anyone to
Both
sneeze.
of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
What?
True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and to...
Oh, what?
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
No!
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming
No,
presence of the
not
bucket,
the bucket.
needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, will go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place.
Not the
while he has such
bucket.
a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Huh. Okay.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Alright, let's try this again.
Was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Sure.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful
probably,
the
yeah.
bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Alright.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Alright. We'll try to find the
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's
collectibles.
office.
Executive bathroom. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer
Alright.
luck.
Let's
What if the
actually
bucket knew all along?
let's actually get
Was
the
the
collectible
bucket
this time
the
and the
enemy?
achievement machine.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Where is it again? Ah, here it is. Collectible.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Sure. Something behind the boss's desk? Nope. Nope, we can't. Just this thing. I thought you mean the piano, but nope. There's nothing here as well. Sure, whatever. Let's reset and try to explore. Okay. Does anyone remember the confusion ending? Like the one with the adventure line? Let's try that.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Yeah, the adventure line. Do you remember that? Like the yellow line that goes everywhere.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do?
Yeah, I think that required you to pick the wrong door and then just... I think just... I forgot what to do, like...
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept
Yeah, it required you to enter the wrong door and then... I think you just keep going with like the wrong options every single time.
At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
You can safely reset from the menu.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotion.
Yeah, no, there's no infinite hole here.
Or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool... Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical...
If you press the on button, there's just a big countdown timer that kills you.
Moments away.
I remember that.
Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of...
And that's what I remember from.
Once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support. What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place, not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms, not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room, but at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Alright, here we go. Let's try this again.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Okay, I think if I remember correctly, Okay, I forgot what happens if you take the elevator down. I forgot what happens if you take the elevator down. Yeah, there's gotta be something. Let's do it.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door. Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Oh no.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the adventure.
Well, at least you
line
found the
and Broom
adventure
Closet.
line.
Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave
There's
you that
my
bucket,
line.
but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the adventure
Yes,
line?
yes.
We could make the adventure line go somewhere new.
Yes, let's go.
Yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows?
Raw
where it'll
assets
go
map
off to
2.
next. Oh, and it played some silly music as
Refactor
well.
basics. Yes, let's go.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Content warning,
It's
drugs.
as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it
Uh,
for
is
the
there-
fans,
is there any
Stanley.
collectible?
Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
You have to give something up. Wait, what? Hello? Okay. Okay.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
Oh no.
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No!
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also
You
was not
guessed
in
it
the
right,
original
Kuro,
game,
but
it's
no.
such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't
The
you agree?
buck, not the bucket.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
It brings back the
Go ahead
skip
now,
ending.
Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Alright. It's time to kick the bucket.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows.
How do I do that?
That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very
How?
upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable
How?
characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it,
How?
the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Okay. What is...
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
My god. You probably can do the original adventure ending if you don't have the bucket. Yeah, that's the thing. Probably. Oh, this is different.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting
Yeah.
room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again.
Aw.
Then it came back, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
Okay,
open
so
door
we're
on
gonna
his
do the
left.
same thing. Gonna go down.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
The starting
and
room is
got
different,
back on
yeah.
track.
I think that's the thing in the OG. I think I remember the room looked like that, but I forgot what kind of like thing you need to do to actually get that.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Okay,
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
sure.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was
See,
to the right?
this is the confusion ending.
What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Sure. Oh, we're here.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Alright. Let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wonder what happens if you do the red door one with the bucket? Yeah, that's the thing.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
I'm hearing the Minecraft door again. Wait, what? Uh-oh.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Alright, here we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright. Confusion ending, go!
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Just realized what? If you remove the furniture, Stanley Parable is definitely becoming a backroom walking simulator. Oh no.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at
Ah,
all.
yes, here it
Is
is.
this the story?
Confusion ending.
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Alright, there we go.
All right.
The Stanley
I've got a
Parable
solution.
2
This time, to make
adventure
sure we don't
line.
get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure
For
line.
the sequel.
Just follow the line. How simple is
This
that?
is the sequel. Yeah, I know, right?
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought.
No
Wouldn't
bucket,
wherever
yeah.
we end up be our destination.
We left
even
the
if there's
bucket.
no story there. Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yes, the music is back. Following the line as exactly.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Some
Make
vortex
sure you study it
lasers.
closely and remember it carefully.
Yes.
You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. There we go now. Yeah. Okay.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh, now it's back to Stanley Parable 1.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Yeah. Oh, over there. Okay.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Okay.
Oh, no, not you again.
You
Stanley,
trademark.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it. Fine.
I love the trademark symbol. I think that's where my obsession with the trademark symbol came from. Oh,
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
okay.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that
Hello,
our
Casper.
destination corresponds with the
Welcome. We're just done. We're just done dealing with an
Starting
existential
from the right,
crisis from this
let us
game.
ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right.
Also, how
is
you
the
doing?
correct
How
one.
is Comic-Con
Another
open?
victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
Okay.
Oh, hold up. What's this?
Hmm.
Confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending?
Uh-oh, what
And we're
happened,
supposed to
Casper?
restart the game what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really?
You got it?
No,
Nice.
it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying
All right,
that life
see you,
is about
Casper.
the journey
Enjoy
and
your
not the
food.
destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Okay, so that was a confusion ending. See, the thing is... Ah. The balloons are back.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing?
Figurine Finders Committee meeting today in the meeting room. Oh, that's probably where we're supposed to go. Okay. Should we take the bucket now? Yeah, that was part of the original confusion ending. It's fine. Oh wait, there's the line. There's the line. There's the line. I see the line. I see the line. I see the line. The line is there. How do you get to the line?
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
There's the line. But I can't get to the line.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Alright,
No,
let's go then.
Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nope.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo
How did you
lift,
get to
yes.
Firewatch
Go
again?
there.
Go to the
cargo
blue
lift.
door. I think, if I remember correctly. It's the blue door instead of the red door.
Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley
Okay.
did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Okay.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket,
What?
not an actual bucket.
You motherfuck.
Item 2. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Sure, whatever.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
What happens now?
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Bitch ass.
Item 4. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one. Is this a bucket?
What?
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Hey? Okay.
Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question. Both.
What?
Gotcha. Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out.
Meh.
I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence.
There's a bucket in the backdrop though,
I'm
yeah.
adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Damn, we're getting philosophical.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go.
Oh.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every
Oh.
single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's still wonderful to get some clarity on that issue. But it
Is
doesn't
this the
change
bucket
fact
ending now?
we haven't got a game. So, tell you what. I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go. How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Okay, do you know what? Yeah, let's take the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind.
Alright, let's actually take the elevator all the
Stanley
way.
took the door on his
Because I think
left.
I remember like there's a phone on the original one. But what happens if we have the bucket?
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top.
Collectible!
There's something up there I need you to do.
Fuck! How do we
Stanley
get
did
there?
not question why or how
How do we
this
get
bucket
there?
was speaking
There's a
to him.
collectible.
It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did.
Yeah, where did
whatever
that
the
come
bucket
from?
asked.
Grandpa just walked on? You mean
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
okay. If I remember correctly, there was a door there was a phone here.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Okay. Phone?
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Oh. Oh, I remember this. It's the ending.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley
This is
hearing
sadder
bucket
than the
say to
original
him
one.
is just in his head. Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me. Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think.
The original ending was basically you have a mannequin partner, and then the moment you try to interact with the mannequin partner, everything inside that like flat is slowly turning into your office. I think that's what I remember. It all comes back together.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket.
I'm still
This
playing,
stupid
yes.
hunk of metal.
This is the bucket now. Okay, now I think now our room is getting. Oh no. Is this another skip ending? Press P to ignore anyone in your life except for me.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on.
Oh,
he's
the
just
office
gonna cling to
is.
this bucket, this cold, empty bucket.
The
This
office is
sort of
getting
shiny bucket.
broken.
Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Is this the wife with the bucket ending? Yes. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press O to get back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average.
The
hardware
beige
store bucket.
pages.
It's just a little more, what am I trying to say?
Okay, now where's the bucket?
More capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be
Oh,
better
there it
at
is.
moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Back to work then. Okay. Press G to relive the same day with me over and over.
Oh my god, what am I saying?
Uh-oh.
Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Press Y to go home to work to home to work to home. Did you notice there are bucket paintings in the house?
Oh no. I'm having feelings. For the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the
Where
bucket?
is it?
Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand.
Oh yeah, here.
Perhaps if I had the bucket,
There's
it
a
would
bucket.
be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me
Also,
what to do in this troublesome
The lights
situation.
are all out. We're left with candles. What the fuck? Okay, the music is eerily good. I oddly like the music in this ending.
Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me.
No.
Give me the bucket, Stanley.
No.
I need it. Give it to me now.
No.
Give it or I'll...
No. Uh-oh. My god. That was actually
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
honeymoon with the
Stanley
bucket,
decided to
yeah.
go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Unfortunately, we
he was
got
simply
interrupted by the narrator then. Man, why can't we just stay with the bucket? Why are you so jealous, Mr. Narrator? Why are you so jealous that I'm about to make love with the bucket? I mean, what?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
Yes.
just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. What a room, Stanley thought to himself. What a room, what a room, what a room. This is what Stanley thought. What a room. What a room, what a room. What a room. Va-va-voom. What a room.
Boom.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his
Okay,
left.
now I'll show you the actual ending without the.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah, how? Oh, wait. Haha! There it is.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines?
Stanlerines.
Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
There you go. Okay, now the only way you can go back up is through this vent. Okay.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off
What
the
the
beaten
fuck?
that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination,
This is
you
new?
must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Wow.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, now to actually show the actual wife ending. Wait, what? Wait, what? This is different. This is different.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors,
Oh, okay.
he entered the door on his left.
I think it's
which
one of
was
those
not directly
random
into the meeting
room
and
moments.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
It was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
The red door ending with a bucket.
Someone
Yep.
you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please,
Wait, but
stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not
but
asking
can
for
we
you.
actually go through the thing? Because remember, it closed off on us before we actually can get to the room.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Oh yeah, there's the sad ending.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, Then pick up the phone.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Yep.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
I
They want to
mean-
commit their life to you. I'm trying
I
to make
mean-
a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's
Yeah,
pushing a button.
this is fourth
he's
wall
clicking
breaking
buttons.
because
Now
you're
he's
actually
going home.
doing
Now
Stanley's
he's coming
job.
back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in
Yeah,
his
see,
mind, he can go
and
on
also
fantastic
the thing
adventures.
around your
From behind
around
his
your flat
desk,
is slowly
Stanley
turning
dreamed of
into your
wild
office.
expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
There you go.
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize
clock
that
is
all
back.
of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions.
Line.
And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly
There
be?
you go. We're back.
In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets.
Yeah,
the
this ending is
choices
actually
of
very
real
sad and
life.
also very fourth wall breaking.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world
Now
he can
computer's
never
back.
be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules.
Do you remember the ending where
I
you look at the
simply play to my
third-person view of the
intended
choice
purpose, the same
doors?
as Stanley.
Uh,
We're not so different, I suppose.
I
I'll try
don't
once more
actually.
to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again,
Please die.
Stanley pushed a button, and I tried.
Looking at it from the outside of the room. Huh. Is it the one where we ended up like just falling flat on the floor? There's a content warning in it? I don't know.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I guess probably the content warning is only for new content. I don't know. Also, it's raining now outside. Can you hear that? Okay, shall we pick the bucket? You want to know where that ending is? Actually, yeah. Because I want to. I actually want to get to that ending. I'm gonna lie. Where you look from above. Wait, in the phone? Wait, in the phone thing? In the phone room that we went through earlier? In the phone room. Oh, bring the bucket while I'm plugging it. Okay, let's do that.
Bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure.
Yeah, this is a
together.
sequel, guys.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And
In all
here it
honesty,
was.
I
Had the
never
bucket
knew you
turned
could
out to be
actually
correct?
unplug
Was
the
this better
phone.
than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was.
That is actually
How
new
insightful
information
the
to me.
bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift
Yeah, I
all
never
the way
knew.
to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
I mean, it's
Stanley
fine.
did
It's
not
already
question
like
why
a
or how
9-year-old
this
game
bucket was
anyway.
speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Okay, let's unplug this.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
The funny.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an
All right.
instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper.
If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next,
R-E-S-I.
provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh.
Big poo
and
poo
then
butt
spell out your name a
butthole.
second time. With
R-E-S-I.
these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half.
The funny.
Pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by
I'm done with my
declaring in
joke.
the loudest possible voice, "I'm dunny with the funny."
I'm
Let's
Dunny
practice
with
screaming,
the funny.
"I'm dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged
Whoa, what?
invader who threaten our very existence and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Whoa, okay.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Oh.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley. The bucket spoke. The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Is that a real technique, I wonder, to have duplicate questions in surveys? Maybe. Okay, back to the room.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Alright, let's follow it.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud? Here we go. You ready?
Okay.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. Already? No.
Okay,
What's going
yep.
on? There were supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable...
Now Stanley is there.
which
Yep,
culminates in
Stanley
this
now a
scene with the
non-binary.
phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that.
And they also had said menacingly.
Yes, surely that will help me improve my...
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes.
Boo.
Let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale...
Yep.
What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
That was the third person ending. Or bird's eye view ending, rather.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh?
Okay,
at the
now I
time
actually need
thought
to see the
everyone had
original
gone
ending.
missing.
But damn, this is a...
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Damn, okay, I need to end this soon, or
This was
otherwise I'll
not
go
the correct way
insane.
to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
See, that one was sad, but on the narrator. Oh,
It was
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another...
Alright, yeah, let's do that after
pick up
this.
the phone. As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
Alright, thank you for the
Please observe
hydrate.
this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example,
Yes.
in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow
Insect
the person to
Borgar.
finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness, is it?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular
Okay.
basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you
8
make more
choices
than
per
8?
day.
Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
Oh.
But not to worry. Now
Right.
that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Okay, let's go back to that
Almost
room
there.
then.
You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Yeah.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Wait, this is the same as before though. Am I missing something? Oh. Oh, this room's different.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up,
Uh-oh.
but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
How? Night Shark
Stanley
115.
spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
How?
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I can't speak.
Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
yeah, so definitely go to the right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Wait, what? Do I actually need to go there? I think we actually need to go there. Okay. Okay, so go right and then left. I see. Then, oh no, the room is broken.
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it?
There's a red door. There's a red door.
Is now incorrect. How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Damn. Oh, what?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you.
Okay.
You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ah, here it is.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work
Victorious
together.
unless you brought the bucket, yeah.
I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Damn. Alright, let's take the bucket. One more
All
time.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled.
Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, not really.
Said the bucket.
I just want to see what Kuro wanted to see.
Go somewhere else.
Whether or not we
Cargo
can
lift,
actually
yes.
enter
Go
the
there.
red door
Go to
with the
cargo
bucket.
lift. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket
Damn.
and what
Maybe
isn't a
next
bucket?
time. Maybe
I
next
suppose
time
that
we'll
would
take a look.
explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to.
Or you
do
can buy the
something
game and see
about
for
it.
yourself.
This misunderstanding
And
could
experience
have
a
dire consequences on
and
the
experience a
entire rest of the
crisis
game,
like what I
if not
did
addressed
experiencing the
quickly.
skip ending.
So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Yeah, no, you can't. Yeah, no, you can't actually enter the thing. You can't.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
Okay.
Let's begin.
See, I'm worried that I'm worried that the
Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
okay, now let's get the thing correct.
Item 2. Is this a bucket? Correct.
Yeah, that's the
It is a
thing. I'm
3D
trying.
printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 3. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket. Item 4. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one.
Is this a bucket?
Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket.
This is a bucket.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Oh.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Ah.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless... Is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to
Oh,
even
it's the
sort it
same.
out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go. What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go. I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it.
All right.
Oh, won't we all just... A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction. Stanley clutched the bucket.
So
tightly
we
to his
turn on the
chest.
mind control, right?
Benjamin
Okay,
looked
let's go.
on his left.
The what? Oh, hold up. Let's screenshot this. Let's screenshot this. Stairs. Some are both red and blue. A private but smelly place for an important person. That is fucking hell.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once
Damn.
again stunned to discover not an indication.
Okay, wait. Let me actually pick up that screenshot again. Open file. Inside of a sequel exhibit, a large room, lots of boxes. Nearby a fireplace. Stairs, something to do with stairs, somewhere both red and blue. A private but smelly place for an important person. Okay.
Of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
But damn, that room though. At least now we got the clues on where to get the collectibles now.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Alright, let's do this. This is the last thing we will do before we end the stream.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Didn't explore the escape route at all. Yeah, unfortunately we're out of time, so
Monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
maybe next
Everyone
time.
in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket
Tomorrow?
want to do or not want to do?
Maybe? Because I don't have time
Furiously in
in
Stanley's
like
favor.
next week at all, and I probably won't have time tomorrow as well. So it will have to wait.
No!
It will have to wait like
He couldn't
for
accept
about a week or two.
his own life in
But
someone
yeah, do
else's
follow me
control.
if you want
Never!
to. If you want to
Squeeze
like
the bucket tighter.
get reminded of
His
that.
one friend in the
Follow
entire
me
world.
or join my Discord! Exclamation mark Discord!
He could trust
Haha.
no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls
Wait, there's a
labeled with
button up there.
emotions, happy or sad or
Thank you.
content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power
Ah,
over
no, it's
another
close.
human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a
Alright,
sassy comment.
let's do this.
about
Let's
taking
turn
down
on
the system.
the mind control thingy. Turn on.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn
Whoa.
on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
That.
Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Okay.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds
Okay.
after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world.
Mind control
The
facility
mind
for
controls
birds.
were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was short.
Well, this is certainly the exact opposite of the bucket list path of this. And Stanley was happy. The bird ending, yes. Alright, I think that's enough exploring for tonight. The sequel is now... Oh, this is different. Quit to menu. Wait, so that means we can get back to this sequel, right? If we've unlocked the sequel, does that mean we can get back to the sequel? That's all I need to know. How do we get back to the sequel? Alright, let's just quit now. You'll still be in the sequel. Oh! That is very trippy. Okay. Damn, okay. Alright. I think it's time for us to end this stream then. Okay, so thank you so much for joining. We will definitely have all the time to enjoy this, but unfortunately there will be an entire week off for me next week because of Eid holidays and stuff, so we will have to like do that. I think both me and Kuro won't be streaming for the entire next week as well, because yeah. Anyways, let us now find someone to raid. Who is online at this very late? Is there actually someone? Let's see. Oh, Chakwe is streaming. Chakwe is streaming, let's go. Let's raid Chakwe. If you don't know, Chakwe is a friend of the show. Let's go to the chat. Wait, where is it? How do I chat? They don't have the warning up for the Wi-Fi. I think they only have it for the newer content. I don't know, but let's rate Chakwe. There you go. And as always, raid message is on. But yeah, we'll definitely have to explore this game more as we go through it. But yeah, let us go to Chakwe. I know Chakwe is gonna be still streaming. Yep, there we go. Alright, anyways, remember next week we'll be off for the whole week. But yeah, if you want to keep updated though, once we go back, join the Discord and follow the socials. As always, thank you so much for joining tonight's stream, and we'll see you next time. Sleep well.